morning, everyone. Are you ready to learn how you can add 50 to 100 new quality prospects to your list in a day? Well, today I'm going to share with you exactly how I do this, and I'm also going to do this today. So later on, I will share with you my results so you can see how this strategy really does work. But before I get into all this, I am going to need my coffee. Much better. Hey, I love as a mom when these unplanned coordinations happen because, girlfriend, I'm telling you, these are the only things matching on me today. I've got black yoga pants on and I'm wearing purple comfy socks, purple socks. So, we're not about glamour today. We are all about getting some work done. So I'm going to share with you exactly how I add 50 to 100 prospects to my list in a day. Now, I have the goal of 50 or more today, but depending on how much time you have, you can actually do a lot more. I'm a homeschooling mom, so we're going to be doing school, and I'm going to have 100 million interruptions today. So my goal is just to do 50, hopefully a little bit more than 50, but if you have a lot more time that you can chunk off to spend on this, you can do a lot more than 50 to 100. But that is just my goal for today. So what I use for this are index cards, an index box, and a notebook. Now, I give you my full permission to laugh because I know index cards are really old school. And you can definitely use a Google Docs type organization or any organizational tool like that if you prefer. This strategy can be definitely used for something like that. I love technology, I use technology, I'm comfortable with technology, but there are times when I really just love pen and paper. And this just happens to be one of those times. And I also wanted to show you that you don't have to use technology. You can just use a pen and paper to implement this strategy. So this strategy today is specifically for Facebook. And it can be used for Instagram and some other platforms, but I specifically wanted to do this one for Facebook today because I know a lot of us are on Facebook, probably most of us are on Facebook. Not everyone is on Instagram or some of these other platforms, so I wanted to start off with the one that everyone is on and the one that I know works very well. So today is all going to be around Facebook, and I'm going to only be on Facebook for this strategy. So one of the first things you're going to want to do is to make sure that you are in Facebook groups that are around things that you're interested in. It could be anything. Facebook has a group for it. Just make sure that it's something you are passionate about and something that really interests you, because those are going to be people like you, right? So you want to be able to connect with your tribe, connect with your kind of community. Now, preferably you've already been in this group for a while before you start implementing this strategy. But once you've been in there a while, they kind of know you, you kind of know them. What I recommend doing is going through and starting to friend some of these people that are really your kind of person. You can even go to the group's members and start scrolling through their members and add people that you think are going to be able to connect well with you. So once they accept your friend request, you're going to want to send them a personal message. Now, please, please do not talk about your company, do not talk about your product, do not talk about your opportunity. Just start connecting with this new friend. There are some amazing people that you are going to meet as you go through this. Whether they ever buy from you or ever join your company, you are going to be blessed to get to know them. And we all have seen those people that as soon as they are your friend, they start bugging you about their product. Nobody wants to buy from them and nobody wants to join that person. You have to first prove that you are a good human, that you're someone that they can trust and respect. So that is what this is all about. Just an important side note, Facebook occasionally will block a profile that sends out a lot of new friend requests. Because of this, I do not recommend sending too many requests at once. Now, there's no set number that will trigger this with Facebook, but I would only send 50 to 100 requests at one time. So then, how are we going to get those other people to our list? What I really recommend doing is going through your own friends list. I bet you on Facebook, you have not reached out to everyone on your friends list. In fact, there's probably hundreds and hundreds of people that you have not reached out to yet that are already your friends. So I really recommend that you go through your friends list to find those extra people. And one thing that's really cool about this strategy is that you are bringing in new friends and you're connecting for the first time with friends that you've had on Facebook already. So you're making brand new connections with people. A lot of times what I see in direct sales is people will reach out to those people that are close to them, and that'll be the end of it. And they'll think, I don't have enough people that will join or buy my product. My friends don't want to buy from me. My family doesn't care about the business. And they'll feel like they exhausted their list when they by no means have exhausted their list. There is an endless amount of people on Facebook for your business, just on Facebook. So we're not even talking Instagram and YouTube and all those other platforms. Just on Facebook, there's enough people that you could ever need to build your business. We just got to make sure that we are making those connections. So what I really love about this strategy is it forces us to think outside of our normal circle of influence and add new people to that circle. And the interesting thing is that most people that have made it big in direct sales or in any business really have gotten big with people that were not in that original close friends and family circle. Most people have built their businesses with people that were outside that circle that they had to go find, they had to go connect with. So if you feel like your close friends and family are not buying much and nobody's wanting to join you, that's okay. That's actually the norm for this industry. I don't know why it is that way, but almost everybody that I have ever seen that has made it big has built their business with people outside of their friends and family. So I don't want you to feel discouraged if you feel like you've reached the end of that circle. That is exactly what this strategy is for, is to help you find new people. Because the more that we reach out, we're going to find those people that really are going to benefit from our product and benefit from the opportunity to join us and to work with us. Okay, so you have sent a friend request, they've accepted it, you've had a little bit of back and forth conversation, you've gotten to know them a little bit, they've gotten to know you a little bit. Now you can very gently mention what it is that you do for a living. And if you have been carefully constructing your conversation, they actually will probably ask you what you do. If you've been talking a lot about them and wow, that sounds interesting, how do you do this? If you've been talking a lot about what they do for a living, they will very likely turn the tables on you and ask you, so what do you do? I still keep it very concise and very brief. I will usually say something like, I work for such and such company, have you ever heard of them? Then if they say yes, I might say, have you ever tried them? Or that's cool, have you ever tried them? Something very gentle, but still seeing how well they know the company. If they say no, then I might tell them a little bit of what the company is about and see if they would like to try a free sample. Now my company does have samples that I can send out, and if your company has samples, use them. They are the best tool for introducing people to your business. And I love to lead with this because I am not asking them to buy anything. I'm not asking them to join anything. All I am doing is giving them something. They don't have to do anything except for give me their address and say yes. And I'm actually giving them a gift. I'm giving them something free, and who doesn't like free stuff? So I love to lead with samples. So if you have samples, be sure that you are using them. That is the perfect way to introduce somebody to your company. So that is what I do with brand new friend requests. I'm in a group. I see that Sally and I have a lot in common. I send Sally a friend request. If Sally accepts my request, I put her name on an index card. I send her a personal message. If she responds to my message, I will cross her name off of the index card and put her name in my notebook. So my notebook ends up only being the people that I've had conversations with, that I've actually connected with. These are the people that I would consider my true potential prospects, not these people because I haven't really connected with them yet. And I go through this exact same process with the people that are already my Facebook friends that I haven't connected with yet. So if I'm going through my Facebook friends and I can tell that there's people I've never really connected with, I will go through the same process with them. I'll put them on an index card, I'll reach out to them in Messenger. If they respond, they will go into my notebook. So the whole goal is to get your friends onto Messenger so you can have a one-on-one conversation with them. Now Messenger is goofy and does not always show people your messages, and sometimes people are leery to open a message from somebody that they don't know. So if Sally does not respond to my message, she will stay on this index card. I go through these cards occasionally and try to connect with the people on them in different ways. So maybe it will be through her personal profile, maybe it will be through the group that we're in together. And, I might send her another message after a while. I just try to let her get to know me in a different way since she's not wanting to respond to my messages yet. Now, if time goes on and Sally does not reciprocate, Sally, I can tell she doesn't care at all about having a friendship with me, I will probably unfriend Sally. And I know that sounds harsh, and this is going to be totally up to you, but I take my friends list on Facebook very seriously, and I go through there and I try to have real connections with my friends. So if I've already spent a lot of time trying to connect with Sally and she really doesn't care at all to have a friendship with me, I would be better off spending my time with someone that does want to have a friendship with me. So that is exactly what I do. And I know this is very old school. You can definitely do this with your computer and do it other ways. This is just exactly what I do. You can put then your cards of people that you're going through, you can put them in your index box. You can have this categorized maybe by the group that you guys are in, or however you want to categorize this. It just helps to keep people very, very organized, and you know exactly where you're at with people. So that's exactly what I do. I'm going to go ahead and get into this, and I will share with you in a bit what my results are, and you can see how this works for me today. All right, so I am back. Are you ready to see my results for the day? For starters, I did not get going on this until about 11 o'clock, which was much later than I was expecting to get going on this. Then, we homeschool, so we had school to do. My kids were in a bad way, so I had 100 million interruptions. So just a bonus mom tip for you. As you are setting out your to-do list or your goals for the day in your business, I don't want you to allow yourself to feel guilty about any goal that you don't accomplish because of something that happened that was out of your control. If the kid wakes up sick, that's not in your control. If your toddler is up throughout the night with bad dreams, that's not in your control. If your kids wake up on the wrong side of bed and they're fighting all day, that's not in your control. And as any mom knows, there's actually not much in mom life that you can control. So as a mompreneur, you have to give yourself and give your kids a lot of grace. I know we have a lot of things we want to accomplish. We have really big goals for our business. And it's very easy to get frustrated when these circumstances happen that keep us from reaching that goal. Trust me, I know. But in life, and especially as a mom, we have to learn how to be flexible and how to give ourselves grace when we don't accomplish those goals that we wanted to accomplish. All right, so that is just a side note for you. Are we ready to see my results for the day? Drum roll, please. That was a horrible drum roll. So you might have noticed earlier this notebook, these pages were empty. They are now almost full. I have added 53 new quality contacts to my list and about 75 to 100 friends in here. So these are new friends on Facebook that I have not yet connected with in Messenger. They're new friends of mine. We probably connected on their profile or maybe in the group that we're in, but I haven't had a conversation with them yet on Messenger, so they're still in this stage of our friendship. So out of these 53 women that I did have conversations with, it was such a joy to get to know them and get to talk with them. We had a lot in common. I had several people that wanted samples from me. I have one woman that is very seriously considering joining my business. I have another woman that I really connected with, and she is actually a virtual assistant, so I'm going to keep her in mind. I might actually be hiring her here in the future for other aspects in my business. And I just want to remind you that as you do something like this and as you are meeting new people, it does not take many people in business, especially in a direct sales type of business. It does not take many people to get you to those top ranks in your business. For my business, it really only takes about 5 leaders to get you to the top rank. So 5 leaders. So you never know as you're meeting new people when you're going to meet that one person that really helps you take your business to the next level. And another note, as you are doing this kind of exercise and meeting a lot of new people, it really is helpful if you can release yourself and release your new friends from any expectation of a certain action that you want them to take. If you are the goal is just to make new friends, just to have good conversations, and any certain action that you really would like them to take, whether it's, getting a sample from you or buying from you or joining your business, if you can release these new friends from that expectation, that is really going to help your conversation to flow well. It's really going to help them to get to know you better and have you're going to have a better vibe with them as you are talking with them. You know, if I would come to this and I was like, all 53 of these women need to get samples from me or join my business or something, I would come across a lot different to them. And, you know, obviously there are ways to phrase your conversation, ways to build your rapport that are going to make them more open to your opportunity or your product. But this kind of goes back to releasing yourself from things that you can't control. I can't control if these women need my product. I can't control if these people want my product. I can control how I come across and how I phrase my conversation to make them more open to it, but I really can't control what they do. So if you have that kind of pressure on yourself that you need them to do something for you, that's going to put a lot of stress on you, and it's going to probably come across in your conversations. So I just wanted to put that as a side note. Again, you know, I was able to add 53 people to my list. You are likely going to be able to add more if you have more time and you don't have kids underfoot, but I could still add 53 new people to my list, and I'm excited to see where these relationships are going to go. I expect a lot of the people in here are also going to get added to my list later. So those are my results for the day. I want you to know that this is not what I normally do in a day on my business. So if you want to see what my daily method of operation is, check out this video up here. If you want to see what else I was implementing in my business this week, check out this video down here, and be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all next week.